So I wasn't going to record an episode of the podcast, but I decided that I had to. The NBA draft was absolutely fire. We had the first round done yesterday and the second round done today, and we had a bunch of trades to talk about. Now, I've got my OKC Thunder championship rebuild coming out in 2 days, so Sunday, and today we're going to be seeing this, but I'm recording it the night before. So the draft was awesome. We've had a Kevin Durant trade. We've had a Porzingis trade. We've had a Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons trade. We had a Mark Williams trade during the draft. It's been insane so far. Obviously, Jalen Green got moved and Dylan Brooks got moved in that KD trade. And to be honest, the Phoenix Suns have done awesome over the last couple days in this draft. The Hawks made a huge trade this year in this draft. And for whatever reason, the Pelicans gave up a future asset that's a spot best for next year between them and Milwaukee. So if either of them are bad, Atlanta get the best pick possible, which the Bucks are probably the one that are going to be bad in that trade, which is going to be interesting, very interesting. But my name is Toxicity. Welcome back to Aussies on the Ball. Hope you guys are going well. Let me know down below before we even get into it. Who was your steal of the draft? I'm going to say Carter Bryant going 14 to the Spurs was pretty good. There was a few guys that slid to the second round, like Rasheed Fleming. All the Aussie guys got drafted. Proctor, Olbrich, Tui, and Rocco all went, which was insane. Rocco almost went to Chicago and then got traded. So he could have teamed up with his mate Giddy there, which would have been kind of cool. But yeah, let's kind of go through the list here that I have of the just what happened. And then we're talking about what happened. So obviously the Mavs took Cooper Flag number 1 overall. That was a given. Dylan Harper going 2 number all was a given. VJ Edgecombe going 3. I kind of knew this was going to happen because of all the stuff around Ace Bailey not working out for certain teams. So the Hornets took Con Knuppel, which is going to be good for them. He's a good player. Should fit in between the Melo Ball, Brandon Miller, and some of their players there, but they don't have a center now, which is going to be really interesting. Wonder if they're going to try and get back Nick Richards or try and trade for someone else or try and acquire someone else. And then Ace Bailey went to the Jazz. So yeah, we had the Jazz general manager kind of say, who cares what you want, and took him anyway. Best player available, possibly. The Wizards getting Trey Johnson was good. Pelicans drafting Jeremiah Fears here was very interesting. There was still a few really good players that I thought they were going to take, but Fears went, which he's going to be a great player. Having him in a 0 Fears jumper is going to be so cool. Then you had the Nets take a very interesting pick. Now, they had a really interesting draft. They took a lot of playmakers and they took all 5 first round picks, which has never been done before. They're really locking into this rebuild, so I expect maybe Cam Johnson and Claxton to get moved soon. But then, yeah, the Nets take Demon, which was really interesting. The Raptors take Colin Murray-Boyles, which I thought Colin Murray-Boyles combine was going to mean he kind of slid a little bit, but he didn't. He went here at number 9. And then this was the shocker. This was the shocker before anything really happened. So the Suns traded for Mark Williams, kept pick 10. That trade went through. So they trade a 2029 swap worst, and they traded pick 29 in this year's draft, which the Hornets end up using for Mark Williams. But then they locked in and drafted Kamal Maluak, which was crazy for them. They've locked in their front court. They also took a couple players down a little bit further in the draft to shore up the power forward spot, which was great for them. So the Blazers then go and pick up, or they trade with the Grizzlies and they take Cedric Coward. Noah Essengay goes to the Bulls, which was a very interesting pick. I don't think Noah Essengay fits the Bulls all too well. I thought they were going to take Queen or Carter Bryant or Sorba, but they take Noah Essengay. Queen then goes to the Pelicans. That's when the trade for the Pelicans or Bucks next year's pick came into it. Carter Bryant then went to the Spurs, which is an absolute steal. Thomas Sorba goes to the Thunder. He is going to develop nicely behind Chet there and Isaiah Hardenstein. And here the Grizzlies took a guy that was projected outside the top 30 I think most people had him going like 40 in Hansen Yang or Yang Hansen. People are calling him Chinese Jokic already, which is going to be really interesting to see what happens. Joan Behringer goes to the Timberwolves. They need they need to shore up their center spot a little bit, which is great. And we'll kind of skip through some of these a little bit. So the Jazz take Walter Clayton, which is nice. The Nets take a second kind of playmaking guard in Nolan Traore. Yakashonis fell all the way to 20, and in the Heat's program, he's going to develop really well. Will Riley goes to the Wizards. Drake Powell, a defensive wing, goes to the Nets. Asanuo goes to the Hawks. Another steal of the draft. Getting Porzingis, Asanuo, and what they got next year, insane. Nick Clifford, the Kings traded up to get him. Great pick, awesome pick. Richardson fell to the Magic for some shooting. Ben Sharif went to the Nets. Danny Wolf went to the Nets. Sharif is a really weird one for them. I feel like they should have gone Liam McNeely or maybe Rasheed Fleming, another big, but Danny Wolf is going to be good for them. It's going to be awesome for them. Hugo went to the Celtics. Liam McNeely went to the Hornets, which is a great pick for them. And Needhauser went to the Clippers there, which I think he's more of a project player. Not sure how he's going to fit on the Clippers, but this is where we start getting some absolute steals. So I'll kind of skip through some of these. Rasheed Fleming went to the Suns at pick 31. Awesome for them. I'm going to say them or the Hawks or the Spurs went ballistic in this draft. Janai Broom went really high to the 76ers. If you guys have seen some of the videos of him working out, he can't really jump. He can't really move. Having him next to Joel Embiid, I don't think he's going to be great. Cam Jones went to the Spurs. I went to the Pacers. Pacers. That's an absolute steal. Then we have Kobe Bryant went to the Suns. That's another awesome pick for them. Rocco Zukowski ends up on the Wolves, which is going to be really interesting. He's going to develop behind a couple of their big guys, which I actually really like. I think he's going to develop really well behind Rudy Gobert and Naz Reid if Naz Reid stays. Then we had Tyrese Proctor go to the Cavs, which is awesome. Another Aussie guy. You had Alex Tui go to the Warriors. He already is a decent shooter, so training behind Steph is going to be wicked. And then we had Lachlan Ulbrich from the Illawarra Hawks go to the Bulls there too. So a packed draft, a ton of trades, but we're going to quickly talk about mostly the top 10. So Cooper Flag going to the Mavs. There's rumors that the Mavs are going to pick up either D'Angelo Russell or CP3. Which, getting D'Angelo Russell, I actually think he's going to be underrated. He's played with Max Christie and AD before, and I think Jason Kidd's going to get the best of him, which is going to be good. He's 29 years old, so signing him for a couple years with our taxpayer exemption, I think 5.7 mil is available, is going to be great. Cooper Flag comes into a team with AD, Kyrie, Derek Lively's developing, Gafford's already there, PJ, like Max Christie for defense. Like this is... I've got Klay Thompson as well. It's a no-brainer to take Cooper Flag here. He's going to develop really nicely at the Mavs. He's a defensive, high-scoring, power forward, small forward. I think that's an absolute steal. Or not steal. That's a guarantee he's going to have a long career. They're projecting that if he gets all the limits, all the requirements, he could potentially be the first player to ever earn $1 billion just by playing basketball without any of the other stuff that comes with playing basketball, like the max, supermax stuff. Dylan Harper going to the Spurs. He's going to be awesome. He's going to be great with Fox, Castle, Vassell. If they get back Chris Paul, that's going to be even better for Dylan Harper. He's going to learn from a point guard master. VJ Edgecombe is awesome for the 76ers. He's not that big enough to play the 3, but I mean, if they wanted to put him at the 3, he's going to be a great defender. Him and Grimes are going to have some guards in defensive hell there. Con, I think, extremely underrated. I'm yawning like crazy. Don't know why. He's extremely underrated. Going 4 here was nice. Ace Bailey, I think he's going to be great. Like, there's a lot of heat on him at the moment for saying he didn't want to work out for some teams and didn't want to go this place and that place, but I think he's going to be awesome for the Jazz. Trey Johnson's going to be awesome at the Wizards. I think he should probably get starter minutes. I don't know what Wizards are really building there. It's going to be really interesting. And the Pelicans taking Jeremiah Fears. He's going to be good learning behind DeJounte Murray and those guys, but it's interesting that they took a guard here when they have a few guards on the roster. Igor Demon, like I said before, really weird pick from the Nets. Colin Murray was going 9 was weird, but Maliwak 10, awesome. Absolute steal. I thought the Hornets were going to take him, honestly, at 4. I thought a few of these teams could have taken him. The Wizards could have taken him at 6. Him and Alex Sarr would have been very fun together. My bad. But it is like only 8:30 at night, so yeah, I'm just tired, I guess. Yeah, it's interesting. I think this draft has the capabilities to be a really good draft, which is going to be really interesting. So other free agency news apart from D'Lo, I don't know what's going to happen with the Bulls. I think the Bulls are really going to blow it up, and I think the Nets are one team to watch as well. I don't think they're going to keep many of their players together, which makes sense. I think they want to be one of the worst teams next year. Do they own their first round pick? That's the thing. I don't think they do. I wouldn't be surprised if it's going somewhere. Fanspo always has the updated stuff, which is great. So let's have a look here and see if they do. So own outgoing picks 2027. So they own their 2026 outright, which is good for them. If they're bad, they can maybe go for an AJ DeBancer or Cameron Boozer or Darren Peterson. So I think an AJ DeBancer would be great for them. I think Cameron Boozer would also be good for them too. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. The Wizards obviously pick up CJ McCollum and trade Jordan Poole. I forgot to even mention that. That was an insane trade. I think it's good for both teams, actually. The Wizards, I think so. Middleton, Smart, and CJ all are expiring end of next year. I think that's about $70 million in cap just gone. So the Wizards can go out and try and attract a free agent, or they can just pay some of their young guys, which is going to be good. But yeah, it's weird seeing them go out and get this many vets for the roster. Yeah, I'm just confused what they're kind of doing. The Jazz taking Ace Bailey and not really making any moves. I wouldn't be surprised if Laurie goes. Walker Kessler has been rumored to maybe go to the Lakers, which is going to be interesting to see what they do there. And the Hornets, man. The Hornets trading Mark Williams for unfavorable first and then doing some weird trades. They took Con Knuppel and then a couple other, like Lee McNeely at 29. So, I mean, there's some interesting teams for sure that are going to be at the bottom of the list, but the West is going to be crazy next year, and the Southwest Division in Texas, the Grizzlies are going to be interesting. Like, how are they going to go now they traded Desmond Bane? The Hornets, the Rockets obviously have KD now, and they're developing some of their young guys. The Mavs are going to be better. The Spurs obviously going to get better when they get Wemby back. Yeah, it's going to be in the Pelicans. Pelicans are in that team. I don't know. Yawning again. I don't know how they're really going to go together. But playing in that Southwest Division is going to be insane. That Texas Division is going to be like a war zone. It's going to be like the 5 teams from there are probably going to be trying to fight for maybe 4 of them in the top 6, which is going to be nuts. Still think OKC and the Wolves are going to be probably better than some of those teams next year, but I guess we'll see. There's still free agency opening up on Monday, so might have to do a special episode of this next week, but the fallout of the draft is going to be interesting. I'm thinking there's going to be a bunch more trades coming up, a lot of sign-and trades. Kuminga's on that list, and there's a few other players like Josh Giddey and those sorts. What's going to happen with some of those? It's going to be really interesting, but yeah, I'm really excited to see kind of what's next. I wasn't going to record this video for tomorrow, but I thought I'd just jump in and quickly throw something together. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the draft. Hope you enjoyed yesterday and today's draft. Let me know if there's any trades you think are going to go down in the next few hours, and enjoy the OKC Thunder rebuild that I'm going to post tomorrow. Thank you guys for all the love and support, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.